Fives hit the ground hard, but the shot didn't finish him. It tore through his side, burning flesh and armor, and the world blurred into white noise. Commander Fox stood over him, blaster still raised, waiting for the body to go still. But Fives stayed alive. He dragged air into his lungs like it was stolen property. His hand clawed at his belt, not for a weapon, for his comlink. The screen cracked under his thumb, yet it lit. A thin beep echoed across the hallway. "Medical," Fives rasped. "Now, scan me. Full scan. Chip." Fox's helmet tilted. "You're done, ARC." Fives' eyes locked on the nearest shock troopers. "You're clones. You know Camino. You know implants. Don't let them erase this." For half a second, the troopers hesitated, not because they doubted Fox, because they understood Fives. They understood fear and orders and the quiet way truth got buried. A Coruscant medical team arrived fast, pushed by Senate security protocols. Fives forced his arm up and grabbed the medic's sleeve. His voice was a whisper, but it cut through the panic. "Scan my head. Record it. Copy it." The medic looked to Fox. Fox looked to his men. The hall felt like a loaded chamber. "Do it," Fox snapped, sharp and impatient, trying to control the moment. The scanner passed over Fives' skull. A shape appeared on the display, small, foreign, placed with purpose. The medic stiffened. "There's an implant." Fives exhaled, almost laughing, almost crying. "Told you." Fox stepped forward. "That data is classified." Fives squeezed the sleeve harder. "Not anymore. Make 3 copies. 1 to the Jedi, 1 to Rex, 1 to the public net." Fox fired again, but this time a shock trooper shoved his barrel aside. The bolt scorched the wall. Silence followed, heavy and dangerous. Fives stared up at them, blood pooling under his armor, while the scan results blinked on screen like a countdown. And somewhere in the city, the first encrypted copy began to transmit. Rex arrived at the medical wing to the sound of alarms and angry boots. He saw Fox arguing with medics, saw shock troopers forming a wall, and then he saw Fives, pale, choking, but alive. The datapad screen flashed the scan, a clear shape, a chip. Rex felt his stomach drop, not fear for himself, fear for every brother who still trusted the system. He leaned close to Fives. "Talk to me." Fives swallowed blood. "They'll erase it. Camino, Palpatine, it's all connected. Don't let them take me." Rex did not answer with words. He answered with a choice. He stepped into the hallway and keyed his comlink, voice calm, almost bored. "Captain Rex, patient CT-5555 is being transferred for secure observation." Fox snapped. "By whose authority?" Rex met him. "Mine." For a breath, Fox hesitated. Then the order came through Fox's own channel, coded, clipped, and cold. "Camino in frequency. Extraction team en route." Rex heard it, and that was enough. He moved fast. He rerouted the MedDroid logs. He swapped Fives' ident tag with a dead trooper's file. He sealed the room, then opened it again through a maintenance access only clones used. 2 trusted men followed, Kix, shaking with anger, and Jesse, wide-eyed but loyal. They lifted Fives onto a repulsor gurney and pushed into service tunnels under the Capitol. Above them, Camino and personnel arrived with polite smiles and sterile gloves. They demanded the patient, they demanded the scan, they demanded control, but the bed was empty. Rex kept them moving through heat vents and cargo rails, deeper into Coruscant's lower levels. Fives drifted in and out, whispering names, repeating one warning like a prayer. Order 66. A patrol cut them off near a transit junction. Rex raised his blaster, not to kill, just to buy seconds. Jesse jammed the door controls. Kix pulled Fives into shadow. Rex fired a stun burst, dropped 2 guards, and shoved the group into a waiting freight lift. The doors closed with a heavy clang. Inside the dark lift, Rex looked down at Fives. "You're not dying today." Fives tried to smile, then run. And far above, in the bright heart of the Republic, an alert flashed across security systems. Captain Rex, rogue asset, apprehend on sight. The freight lift groaned as it dropped into Coruscant's undercity. The lights flickered. Fives lay on the floor of the cargo crate, wrapped in a medic blanket, breathing like every breath cost him credits. Rex knelt beside him. Jesse stood guard, finger tight on the trigger. Kix checked the wound again and again, as if effort alone could stop blood. "We can't keep running blind," Rex said. "Who's behind it, Fives? Who put the chip in us?" Fives stared at the ceiling, fighting the haze. Then his eyes focused, sharp with fear and certainty. "Palpatine," he said. The name hit the room like a blast wave. Jesse shook his head. "No, he's the Supreme Chancellor." "That's why," Fives whispered. "He's always close, always listening. He needed an army that can't say no." Rex's jaw tightened. He remembered every speech, every handshake, every time Palpatine praised the clones like they were sons. It felt sick now, like a collar disguised as a medal. Kix pulled up the scan file on a stolen datapad. The implant's shape matched the Kaminoan diagrams Fives had stolen. A control unit, a switch. Fives forced himself up on one elbow. Order 66 isn't a mission, it's a command buried in our heads. When it's spoken, we turn. Jesse's voice dropped. Turn on who? Fives looked straight at Rex. The Jedi. Silence. Far above, speeders screamed past, unaware the Republic had just cracked open. Rex stood. He paced once, twice, then stopped. If this is true, then every general is walking next to a bomb. A comm burst cut in, encrypted, military grade. Someone had pinged their last location. Not a patrol frequency, not Fox, Kamino. Kix went pale. They found the tunnel access. Jesse armed his rifle. So what do we do? Rex made the decision that would haunt him forever. We don't hide. We warn the Jedi. We warn Anakin. Fives grabbed Rex's wrist, desperate. Not the temple channels. He's watching. Rex nodded once. Then we do it in person. The tunnel ahead opened into a crowded transit hub. Soldiers moved through the crowd, too clean, too calm, with white armor and fresh gear, Kamino and extraction guards. Rex pulled his helmet on. "Stay behind me." And as the guards turned toward them, Fives whispered the words like a final countdown. He's about to pull the...
Obi-Wan looked at Rex. "Are you certain the data is real?" Rex nodded once. "I watched the scan. I heard the Kaminoan signal. They came to collect him, not to heal him." That was enough. Shaak Ti requested an emergency hearing with the Senate Oversight Committee, Medical Ethics, Clone Procurement, Wartime Authority. She forced the issue into the open, where even Palpatine could not pretend it was nothing, or so she thought. On the Senate floor, Palpatine appeared calm. He praised the Jedi for vigilance. He thanked the clones for service. Then he smiled and turned the hearing into a trap. He invoked wartime secrecy. He framed the chip as standard compliance tech to prevent separatist sabotage. He warned that public panic would strengthen the enemy. And he offered a solution, a new security order, immediate, legal, popular. All clone-related medical records were sealed under executive authority. All witnesses were placed into protective custody, and the committee, frightened and flattered, approved it. Shaak Ti tried to object. The microphones cut out. The holocams shifted away. Outside the chamber, Senate guards escorted Rex toward a waiting shuttle. Rex realized too late it was not Republic Blue. It was Kamino White. He reached for his comlink, jammed. Across the city, Kix sent a message from Fives' safe house. They're here. Back in the Senate, Palpatine leaned forward, voice soft enough to sound kind. "Master T," he said, "you are tired. Let my people handle this." And in the shadows behind him, Mas Ameda quietly signed the order to erase the witnesses. Last lines. Rex slammed his shoulder into the shuttle door as it locked, hearing the engines rise. At the same moment, Fives' hideout went dark. then lit up with blaster fire. The safe house was supposed to be invisible, a low-level apartment, no markers, no Republic security, just Kix, 2 loyal clone brothers, and Fives resting in the dark. Then the lights blinked once and died. Kix froze, listening. No sirens, no shouting. That was worse. He moved to the window and saw a clean white shuttle hovering without a spotlight, like it did not want to be seen. "Up," Kix whispered. Fives tried to sit. Pain slammed through him. He tasted metal and fear. They found me. The door did not explode. It unlocked. A slicing spike slid into the panel with practiced speed. The lock clicked open like a polite invitation. Then Kaminoan guards stepped inside. White armor, filtered helmets, stun batons ready. Behind them came a thin medical droid carrying a sealed case, labeled like a supply crate. Kix raised his blaster. "Back off!" The lead guard spoke with a calm voice modulator. "CT-5555, you are requested for immediate treatment." Five stared at the case. He knew what treatment meant now. A quiet operating table, a missing body, a clean report. One of the clones guarding the hall hesitated just a fraction. His hand drifted toward his head, like a headache he could not explain. The chip inside him was waking up to the wrong kind of order. Five saw it and felt cold all over. Kix, he's not choosing. Kix fired first. Stun bolts lit the room blue. The Kaminoans answered with precision, dropping Fives' guard with a single shot to the chest plate. He hit the floor, twitching, alive but out. Kix grabbed Fives and dragged him toward the maintenance hatch. The medical droid rolled forward, arms opening, case unlatching. Inside was not medicine, it was a cranial drill. Fives kicked weakly, eyes wide. "Move, now!" Kix shoved him through the hatch and sealed it. The drill hit the door a second later, whining like an insect. Fives crawled into the vent, blood smearing the metal, hearing boots above him, and hearing one last thing through the wall. Rex escaped the shuttle the hard way, fire, smoke, and a broken lock. Jesse had slipped him a micro-slicer before the Senate guards dragged him off. That tiny tool bought Rex one opening, 1 second, 1 chance. He used it. He dropped from the loading ramp into a supply bay, rolled behind crates, and stole a trooper's helmet to move through the base like he belonged. Every step felt like betrayal. Every step was survival. By the time he reached the Undercity, Kix was already there with Fives, both of them bruised and shaking, both of them still breathing. Fives spoke first. "We don't have weeks, we have hours." Rex nodded. "Then we make our own army." Their plan was simple and terrifying. They would find the clones with influence, the commanders and captains who moved whole battalions, and they would remove the chips before Palpatine spoke the code. No Senate approval, no Kamino permission, no Jedi Council vote, just a blade, a scanner, and trust. They started with the ones who would listen. Kix knew where a field surgeon ran an illegal clinic for veterans with credits to burn. They paid in favors, not money. The surgeon only asked one question: "Are you sure you want to know what's inside your head?" The first operation was on a commander who had served with Rex. The man trembled on the table, sweating through his armor, while Fives held the scan steady. The chip showed up instantly. Rex gripped the commander's shoulder. "If you wake up different, you're still our brother." The surgeon cut. The room held its breath. A small object came free, slick with blood, shining under a single lamp. Fives whispered, almost relieved, "That's the leash." But not every commander agreed. Some refused, some reported them, and some heard a hidden order through channels Rex could not hear. In one alleyway, a patrol of clones stepped out, weapons raised, faces blank. Their voices were calm, almost polite. "Captain Rex, stand down." Rex raised his blaster, stunned. "You know me." The patrol leader's hand drifted toward his temple, like the chip was pulling a string. "We have new instructions." Fives backed into the dark, clutching the bag of removed chips like proof of a war that hadn't started yet. Then the patrol leader's comlink cackled with a familiar voice, smooth, controlled, and smiling. Begin containment. Rex realized the purge had already started, just quietly. And down the corridor, more clone helmets appeared, turning the tunnel into a closing trap. Palpatine did not need proof to act, he only needed fear. He stood in his office, city lights behind him, and spoke into a secure channel that touched every legion in the Grand Army. His voice was calm, warm, almost fatherly. Execute Order 66. Across the galaxy, clones paused mid-step. Some blinked, some grabbed their heads like a sudden migraine. Then the chip locked in, and their eyes went flat. On Seleucami, a Jedi general turned to speak, only to see rifles rise. On Mygedo, an officer whispered, "For the Republic," and fired. On Coruscant, Senate security units shifted position, sealing halls and doors like the building itself was a prison. The Jedi felt it like a shockwave in the Force, confusion, betrayal, death, fast and clean. But the command did not land everywhere the same. In the undercity tunnels, Rex heard the command through a captured comlink and went still. For a split second, his body wanted to obey a voice inside his skull. Then he remembered the chip in his hand. He remembered Fives bleeding on a floor, refusing to die quietly. Rex slammed the comlink against the wall and shouted, "Brothers, look at me!" A squad of clones advanced, weapons up, faces blank. Their sergeant spoke like he was reading a script. "Jedi are traitors. Stand aside. There are no Jedi here. Only clones, only brothers." Five stepped forward, shaking, holding up a small metal chip between two fingers. "This is what's talking, not you." One trooper hesitated. Another twitched, fighting. Then a third fired. The bolt hit the wall near Fives' head. The tunnel erupted into chaos. Freed clones, those who had removed chips or never received the full trigger, returned fire to protect Fives and Rex. Chipped clones pushed forward like a wave, not angry, not afraid, just certain. Blaster light turned the tunnel into a strobe of red and blue. Helmets shattered, men fell, brothers screamed names that should have meant safety. Rex dragged Fives behind cover. "We can't win this here." Fives stared at the fighting clones, tears mixed with grime. "Then we make the Jedi live long enough to hear us." Above them, the city shook with distant explosions, and the Empire was being born in real time. Rex opened a channel to the temple. One last risk, one last call. "It's happening, now," he said, as clone battalions stormed the streets outside.